Hello, everybody. Welcome to part number 2 of my endeavours into this world. Don't know what the series is going to be called. If anyone has any name suggestions, leave them down below. But as you saw in the last episode, this is the view I intend to be greeted to every single day. And a black sheep. I'm actually going to gather that because I know what my house is going to look like. I say look like, I haven't really done the inside, but I have been cooking. I've been designing stuff, and I hope you guys are gonna like what comes up in the series. Not like I've only really designed the house. I've been designing stuff. That's probably a bit of a stretch of the old imagination there. T1 sounds of me falling real. I am at some point off camera gonna get rid of all that sand and sandstone up on that hill there, because well, I kind of need to. Also, one thing that I'm taking on board, I got a comment from someone called Critter who said that my mic was really low in the last episode. Basically, my mic's it's not far away. Like I can move it in a little bit, but it's like the stand's a bit dodgy. And also, I was recording at like 2 a.m. And you know, I'm not exactly recording this too much earlier than that, but I'm trying my best to still maintain some level of enthusiasm whilst, of course, just wandering around and exploring the world. And right now I want to find a cave. I have a stack of torches, and I feel like my best bet is probably to start a mine somewhere. And I want to shout out, I will probably add him properly to the actual place of people. But for now, I guess I'll resort to giving a shout out to Mango, because that's what I did last episode. I didn't realize I'd run into that. To Mango, because he said he's gonna make a recreation of this world, like episode by episode, which I'm excited to see how that goes. To be fair, because I mean, episode 1 and episode 2 are gonna be very easy, because I legit, as soon as I was done with the last episode, I logged off. And in fact, what I'm gonna do when I'm done with this is make a copy of the save game.dat and send that around to a few people that I know isn't gonna get sent too far. Not that I don't trust any of my compadres, but more so that, you know, there's too much like trust and distrust nowadays. It's like, gotta be careful where my things end up, and not to misplace my blocks, as a way to put it, I guess. So yeah, how are you guys doing? I'm really good to see, really glad to see. Oh yeah, I am. The feedback from the last episode, I didn't really think it was gonna get as big as it did. I mean, it's not got like crazy big. It's a new series, so I wasn't expecting it to. But I'm glad people like the overall aspect of it, and I also want to thank Sati, because he helped me with a thumbnail. So should have put him in the description, and I probably will, because he's like the main kind of guy that wants to help with that. So pretty much right now, what am I doing? Okay, mine that iron. I just need to hop down, hop, skip, and a jump, and find some more. I'd preferably want to find a cave. I want to go to at least level 12, because one glitch that was prevalent in this version of Minecraft up until at least Title Update 4, it wasn't on Java, if anyone's curious, but I know because I've tested with other seeds. The world was 1 block higher. I don't know if it was in TU4 or even TU3. I know it definitely was in these 2 updates. So basically, the diamond level, I'm pretty sure would now be level 12. Except I know that the top of the lava like level, where people usually go mining at, just so they don't run into the actual lava, is around level 12. So it's one thing I'm just gonna have to bear in mind when it comes to how deep I go and if I find anything. And I don't want to. Oh god, I forget. These don't have coordinates. I don't have a way of knowing. I kind of forgot about that, actually. I could just be digging. Okay, right, here's what we'll do. If I find bedrock, or preferably, if I find a cave, that would be very nice. But if I find bedrock before I find a cave, what I will do is I'll head down to around level, like, bedrock, and then I'll just walk up the staircase for about 12 or so blocks, and just kind of go from there, really. It's probably going to be the easiest way to do this. I apologize if this thing is like really boring, and I know for people that would recreate this is gonna suck, because I can't just pull the coordinates up every time I place a torch down or do something, and I really hope that this is like, easy enough to figure out. Hence why I'm just trying to be very kind of careful. I'll place one here. If you find this coal vein, I'm talking as if everyone's going to be recreating this world. And I know people who are just sat there, like, I don't know, just watching the series. It sounds really egocentric to be like, people are going to recreate my world. It's not. It's just the fact that, like, I've done world recreations from people's world in this update, cough cough Stampy, and it kind of sucks when there's a detail or something that you just can't quite catch, but you know it's there, but it's kind of difficult if you're not really advanced at actually catching details and you're not really in the accuracy kind of game of it. So that's why I'm just trying to think about everybody here. But if you are just here to watch the series and chill out and have a bit of a fun time whilst doing so, then, who am I to judge? Just have fun, and hopefully you're able to. Looks like my pickaxe is about to break. Not the best. I mean, I've got a lot of stone. I mean, I should have, considering how far and wide I've been mining. I don't know why I'm piling it, but that was stupid. I wasn't really paying attention. I just saw, oh, grey mass. And, yeah, not the best idea, was it? Well, good news is I'm 10 away from gathering enough for iron armor, which I won't be really crafting yet. I want to obviously grab a lot more things and resources before I do any of that. And also because I'm playing on peaceful, not because I'm a pussy, but sorry, that was quite derogatory. More just because I don't know, I just prefer chilling out, and I feel that playing on peaceful in an update so old to time like this, it definitely does beg that feeling, or not beg the feeling, but it definitely does give that feeling of being alone and in what feels in a way like an endless solitude, and I'm all for that feeling. But yeah, also I mainly sleep away the nights regardless of what difficulty I'm on if I need to. But I've been thinking a lot about projects in this world, and I will say a couple. So I have my house mostly designed. The outside I know what I'm doing with. Some of that will get built on camera. It's just a bit of a pain to actually build because it's not difficult, but when you're playing in complete survival mode and you've got to pile up and place blocks in specific places, it can be a bit painful, and I do want to do as much of this series as I can on camera. Like, I obviously wanted to do my first mining trip on camera. It kind of makes enough sense to do so. I would assume, based on the depth, I am probably around about Y20 something. That's just an assumption. I could pretty much just hit bedrock right now, and I wouldn't even really realize how deep I am. I don't know, that's one thing. I will eventually upgrade to Title Update 2. I can't stick on this version. Like, it kind of sucks. Because coordinates don't exist. TU2, I don't really know what that introduced, really. I think it was just bug fixes. I know they made clay a lot more common. But as I say, like, I'm not really too fussed about certain things, because I will find a way to implement blocks that I can't get over long periods of updates, and hopefully it's not too bad, and I can fit it in. So it's real. Oh, I found lapis. That's always a good sign when you find lapis. You're quite deep then. Yeah, you can mine it with a stone pickaxe. It's one of the things that I always forget. That actually, I'm gonna be careful in case there's anything under that. It's always one of the little. Why do I always keep piling up with iron? I don't know. I need to just stop doing that. It's one of the things that I always just forget. It's like, oh yeah, you can find this on this level, or like, or you can mine this with stone tools, because most ores you have to use iron for. Well, not most, but like most like the deep ores you associate, gotta use iron for. But nope, I don't know. Maybe I am just stupid. If anyone remembers that, it's just like that one thing that everyone remembers, then let me know. Maybe I am just being stupid. I keep finding a lot of iron, which is good, because it means that, of course, I'm not going to be running dry of iron anytime soon. I find, like, with a lot of Title Update 1 seeds, there was a lot of iron. Iron was quite plentiful. I don't know, I'm mining up there. I don't know. I thought, like, the lighting's so weird, so sometimes I keep on thinking, well, that could have been a bugger. Ooh, and I just tile with iron there. I'm not getting that back, am I? Ah, that's only one. It'll be fine. No, it won't at all, will it? Well, that's one piece of iron I know I'm never going to see again. Rip. Okay, right. Now I need to really be careful. So I know this is dirt, so whatever I do, I'm fine. But there is a raging sea of lava right there. So it might be worth either two options. A, I stick to this Y level, which, you know what? Probably not a bad idea, is it? I just want to find a cave, like a proper open area. I figured I can't just go to the left and kind of zoom, you know, like as open as it can really get in this update, let's be honest. And of course there's gravel. Brilliant. Absolutely dandy. And I have torches. Oh, I could just be like, boop. But I don't know. Sometimes I just forget. And I just don't do it in time. There we go. I did not realize how little caves there were going to be on this. I think there are a lot of caves from what I remember in like a different area of this map. Do I get that coal? Probably would be best, wouldn't it? Just gravel's going to be the problem. That's only a bit. Could be worse. I'm not a pansy. Oh, my voice just cracked. I can get it. It's also annoying because being down in here, I don't really know how long the video is going on for because, well, I don't really have a way of tracking time sometimes. I find when I'm on the surface and I'm building, you know, 20 minutes is roughly, it gets night, you sleep, it becomes day, you wait for it to become night, and then, you know, you either end when it's night, you sleep, and that's usually your 20 minutes, but when you're underground, you just have no thing of, like, a reference for time unless you have a clock. And I don't know, but clocks are just really stupid in this version. Do they even exist before title update, like 5? I swear it must have been like TU3 or something they added. They either exist. I mean, I think compasses must exist because maps, obviously. So yeah, they probably do exist by now. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know. I don't know what I'm really looking for. I'm just going to point that out there. Oh my, how much gravel does there have to be in such a short proximity? Like, oh my god. Like, that is a commonality between, like, these old updates. There's so much, like, gravel and just crap you don't need. And that pickaxe just died completely, didn't it? Of course it did. I feel like this is going to be probably an unsuccessful mining trip. And to be honest, if it is, I might be inclined to re-record this episode just because this is going to be the most boring ass thing. Me just going down into just mining down. Whether I will or not, if I find something, then no need. But I don't know. I'm just not really at a position where I feel like I would find anything of use right now. I mean, if I find a diamond, maybe I'll reconsider. But I feel like now that I've asked for that, the universe is just not gonna give that whatsoever. So good luck. I just jinxed myself. I mean, good job, not good luck. I mean, luck would be something that would be quite handy as of now, but I feel like I am just progressively more and more jinxing myself as time goes on, which is probably not the best, but hey ho, as long as I find something, right? Well, luckily I've got 26 pieces of iron, so if I wanted to make some iron armor right now, I could, but I don't think I will right now. I think for what I'm gonna just do for what it's worth is just keep on digging. If I don't find anything, then that's gonna be kind of tragic. Tragic. Don't ever say that again. Brain rot be like. Yeah, if you are a brain rot guy, then you got better things to be doing, that's all I'm gonna say. But you know, one thing I'm planning on doing for an episode, whether I'm building in this episode or ain't no way, I found the blue stuff. And no, I'm not talking about what comes out of Jesse Pinkman's. Well, do I need to finish that sentence? If you know what Breaking Bad is, then probably not. The blue stuff, they be cooking. Cook. Speaking of cooking, I don't need a tutorial on how to use a furnace, thank you very much. You know, I appreciate the thought. It's the thought that counts sometimes, you know, man. But in this situation, I really couldn't give a rat's ass. Oh, you can't. Oh, I'm gonna have some beef with 4J about that. Can't quick select. Bollocks. I just need 3 pieces. That's all I really need right now. I do want 3 pieces. Oh my god, there we go. 1. Come on. I don't have all day. Well, I kinda do. It's like 1 AM, but I'd rather it not take all day, is what I'm trying to say. And I've kind of done this in a really stupid position, considering, of course, I'm going to have to kind of mine around this. Okay, 3, that's all I really needed. Make an iron pickaxe. Use... what am I doing? Okay, right, sorry, I just went really quiet, I know. I'll just use the stone pickaxe to kind of mine this. Mine you. Ooh, we got a lot. Oh, we got quite a decent amount here. You know, I found an 8 vein. Oh my. But wait, I got, is that a 7 vein or did I just not pick one up? It's possible I just didn't pick one up. Unless it was a 7 vein, I just didn't count right, I guess. Well, 7 for the first vein. You know, that's actually pretty lucky. And, you know, in typical me fashion, I now just cannot remember what I was speaking about before finding the diamonds. So, if it was something... I've got like a billion things on me. You know what? I'll do a test. It should be night. Yes, it is night. I don't know how long it will be night for. So, I can only assume... I don't know, what is there to assume? It's either there's 10 minutes left until we get to the 20-minute mark, or there's 30 minutes left. I feel like it's probably been around the 15-minute mark by now, but as I say, I have no way of being able to tell whatsoever, so that is fun. And that's another reason why the game, I feel like that's why people did get drawn to Minecraft though, just because, you know, it was just, you had no concept of time whatsoever, and you could get so drawn into it just by, you know, you do a mining session and then you realize it's 5 AM in the morning and you're like, oh, what do you know, I've stayed awake basically all night. And then that's kind of how Minecraft addiction starts. I'd say more Minecraft dependency in that sense, because it's just like you become so obsessed with, like, you do feel like you're in your own world, and I feel like that's something that modern day Minecraft kind of detracts from. You just don't feel really in your element. You always feel like you're focused on something, whereas everything you do in this version, because there's no goal or there's no real end game with it, everything you do here feels a lot more spontaneous and a lot more kind of like in the moment, and I feel like that's why people get so drawn to it, just because there's no real need to think it through. It's just whatever you do kind of happens, and that's why so much nostalgia happens, because yeah, it's just people's minds running wild, I guess. I don't know, that's my take on it. I usually, I don't know, I usually change my stance on why. There's just an endless psychology to it, but I don't know. The more I try and understand it, the more I'm perplexed by it myself, just because it's kind of fascinating. Like, I feel that if I was new to Minecraft and this world was my first thing that I did, yeah, I'd be completely enamored to it, but I never played on Title Deck 1. I played on TU11 when the disc, like when I had a disc version and I didn't have Xbox Live. I'm just like, oh my god, this is the most up-to-date version, thinking of course that it was. I don't know why I just used my iron pickaxe for that, but hey ho. Just spur of the moment decisions, I guess. And of course my bloody pickaxe went. I'm going to run this back to the crafting table and make another one. Also, I'm going to check on how the iron's doing. I see that the furnace is still going. Oh, come on, there's only one left. I might as well just sit here and wait for that. There we go. Oh yeah, I just nearly forgot the complete reason why I was back here. Stone pickaxe will do, actually. I'll make 2 just to be sure. Can never be sure. 2 is better than 1. Better to have something and need it than not have something and really need it, right? You know, it's like that common phenomena where it's like, I don't know, you walk downstairs, you're like, oh, I need to go get something from downstairs. So you walk downstairs, you walk through the living room, or depending on how your house is, and then by the time you've gotten to the room where that said object is or said thing, you're like, what was I coming down here to get? I don't know. It's just things like that that just drive me nuts, because by the time I've actually gone back and realized by thinking about it, I'm just like, God damn it, I have to go back and try and find it. But then it's just so spontaneous, because it's like, what caused you to forget that in the first place? It's just one of those mystery weirdities that I don't quite understand enough about. I don't really know. This like, I'm sorry. I know this episode has probably been really goddamn boring, and I don't expect my watch time on this to be like anywhere high enough for it to even be worth it. One day I'll find a grand cave, and when I've explored enough of the map, I'll come back to you guys and say, look, I found a grand cave. Let's go exploring, because TU1 does have some cook seeds when it comes to caves. And they usually go on and on for quite a while. So, we'll see if that happens, but knowing how things are going from this episode, seems that I'm going to be resorting to strip mining for at least a decent chunk of my time here. What am I doing? There we go. I'll just switch to the torch and start mining that out. I know in future I can mine 5 blocks ahead of me instead of 4, but annoyingly I can only mine 4 here. I'll put a torch down there. Can I need the light? Let there be light. So as for the house that I've designed, for people that are curious, I guess, I'm not using any blocks, obviously, that I couldn't get a hold of. It was more just finding out what worked and what looked good, and, you know, I'm really excited for everything to kind of come to place. I'm also going to have districts in the world, so I can kind of have, like, built-up area around my house, and then far away I'm going to have, I'll have like a second house, and there'll be like some form of industrial district. More diamonds! Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. No way I found an 8 vein. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yes, I found an 8 vein. I found an 8 vein. Let's go. I found 15 so far. That's pretty good, man. What am I doing? Well, it just takes like a billion years to mine, it looks like. Well, that took a while. Ain't no way. That's actually kind of weird. I probably shouldn't collect the redstone, considering my inventory's full. I'll go until my inventory's full. How about that? The diamonds will come in use for various other things. As I say, between this episode and next episode, I'm probably going to end up flattening off that entire section of the hill. One thing I'm actually going to do, though, because it's just come to my mind, and it's an issue that kind of happens on this emulator, I think it's only on TU1, though, is when I'm standing like still, or even just sometimes it's happened just when I'm in worlds wandering around, even though I'm offline and you can't get online, it'll kick me out of the world and say, you have been disconnected from Xbox Live. And considering there's no established connection in the first place, that's a bit stupid. Just a bit, you know. Just the fact that there's nothing connecting me anyway, and that's what it's telling me. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. As I'm pretty sure I'm entitled not to be. But hey ho, that's just me. I should have enough iron at least now with like how things have gone to at least make enough like shovels and pickaxes to sort out all that sand. And if there's anything I do, like if there's any sand pit dig outs or anything else that I do, I'll let you guys know and show progress around the world and make things, you know, as fun and engaging as I can. I say fun and engaging, I'm here bloody digging a strip mine for my second episode. Not really hitting the spot for the Let's Play, am I? But I guess it's just nostalgic Minecraft, and somehow people in this day and age can still get away with nostalgia baiting and being like, oh my god. But yeah, I like to say that even though my videos aren't high effort in terms of like modern standards, I still put the effort in by, you know, recording and having the patience to at least dig all these tunnels and all this stupid gravel. I probably found like 4 patches of it during this video, which is just annoying. I mean, let's be honest, like, Notch must have been on the pipe when he made gravel in this game. He must have. Like, he must have just had a goddamn meth pipe and just been like, "What's that gravel? A very good block. Make some flint. Steel. Burn." You know, maybe I should retract the meth pipe statement, but regardless, he thought he was cooking. And then that one 4J dev that had to redo that in Minecraft Xbox 360 language is just like, yeah, people are gonna complain about this. I already know it. And then Vojang are just like, no, not at all, not at all. It'll be perfectly fine. Oh, diamond. It's always perfectly fine when diamonds are involved. Yeah, there's only one, so bugging that statement. Oh, I seem to have found. Oh, now I find a cave. You know how bloody close I was to ending the video? I was so close enough to... Oh, it's pretty measly. Nah. Unless there's something that I'm missing. No, it's just literally... This is just the cave. This is the cave I find in this episode. You know, the irony. I'm here mining for 20 minutes in the most boring, mundane video I could have done, to then find a cave to find out that it's a bunch of bullcrap anyway. You know, might as well throw me some damn dirt in amongst that. I don't know, I was trying to think of a Minecraft equivalent to something ridiculously redundant in real life, but the more I think about it, I'm just like, coal? No, you can use that. Oh, now I'm in bloody danger. Oh, here we go. This is where things get really stupid. Oh, bugger. Right, I'm going to block you off. Hope that you don't mess with me. I mean, not that you really can. You're a bit less than me at the moment. I'll say that. I'm going to get burnt to a damn crisp, but yeah. Okay, well, honestly, I think before I start yapping, if it is night and I sleep, okay, it is night. I'm going to end the video here, just because this is probably going on for about 25 minutes, I would estimate. So, the caveman that is the Steve, me essentially, would say thank you very much for watching the video. If you did make it the whole way through somehow, then Jesus Christ, you must be using me for like falling asleep material, because not that I'm bad at commentating, but just because this video has been the most anticlimactic thing I think I've ever recorded. So that's fun. So yeah, I mean, I can't really redo this considering I found diamonds, and you know, I want to actually show my first diamonds found in the world, so I guess that makes enough sense. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one, where I'll be doing something. Don't know what it'll be, but it'll be something. Bye.